Hello, I am Benjamin Simeon Stevens, and this is how I would like to welcome you to Global Multimedia Empire Online TV Sl News. But first, the news headlines. Tankoro CDC Chairman commends Koidu Mining Company for championing development in the district. New Havest Global Ministries brand celebrates Women's Thanksgiving service on the theme Who is a Wise Woman? And violence disruption mass through the senior electoral process in Koidu district. For more details, let's join our reporter Mary Magdalene Ture. Hello, Mary.
The newly appointed Community Development Committee Chairman (CDC) in Tankoro Chiefdom, Koidu District, Sir Wilson Philip Fabre, has said that Koidu Mining Company has contributed a lot to the development of Koidu District and the country by extension.
We don't say Koidu is a do thing because they don't go on the border, they don't building there for their Sojaman there, they don't come there. Even last week they go for Cow center where they build for their woman there, so they can go and do marvelous thing there. They build one fine market na Kanya Old Mema Junction. So when they don't build them, they thought and fit say many people then go occupy them, but the people them be mixed up honest. For a long time they live behind them, and they say they get money where they go to do that place, they go to develop them. But Kubo thing the way they want for do, but since the people don't go, they know they do nothing for now. The money is past they use our other side.
He made a statement when responding to rumors making the rounds that the Paramount Chief of Tankoro Chiefdom, PC Paul Gabasakwi, has ordered the relocation of the Kanya Koneko market to Tripoli market with the aim of constructing a filling station on the said land. He further intimated that the decision of Paramount Chief Paul Gabasakwi to relocate the Kanya market is not to construct any filling station, but rather to save the lives of those who were doing business at the said market, because the place where the market was located, according to him, was not an high place for markets. Speaking on the positive contribution of Koidu Mining Company, the CDC chairman in Tankoro Chiefdom stated that the company has constructed security posts at some border crossing points in Koidu District, rehabilitated Koidu School for the Blind, and has also constructed a resource center for women in Kisibona community. Explaining brief history of the formation of the Community Development Committee, Chairman Sir Wilson Philip Fabre explained that since diamonds were discovered in 1930, the mining companies then were not given any funds to develop their operational communities, adding it was against the backdrop that government of Sierra Leone initiated plans to set up a committee to spearhead developmental projects at mining community levels. Noting, the Community Development Committee was established by an Act of Parliament, to which proceeds from the mining companies will be directed in order to effect development in the mining communities. He continued that in 1999, the government of Sierra Leone urged the mining companies to pay surface rent that will be used to develop the chiefdom they are operating. Noting, they started with 0.01% and was later increased to 0.25% in 2012. And the government of Sierra Leone is also working on plans to increase it to 1% to effect more development in the mining communities. The construction of primary school, Thomas Sakui Resource Center in Kokwima Town, and the Philip Fabre Resource Center at Besegombo Street are some of the developmental projects they have implemented in the chiefdom from the previous surface rent they have received from Koidu Mining Company. A woman of God advised colleague women to be more vigilant and prayerful in order to help combat the intake of harmful drugs like kush, cannabis sativa, tramadol, among others, that are destroying the lives of youth in Sierra Leone. Evangelist Bernadette Toure made the advice whilst preaching during the New Havest Global Ministries Koidu District Women's Thanksgiving service at the New Havest Global Ministries Central House of Gathering in Koidu City, Koidu District. On the theme, Who is a Wise Woman?, taken from the book of Proverbs 14, verse 1. The woman of God maintains that a wise woman is a woman of substance, not circumstance, a strong pillar to development in any society, home, school, church, institution, and other areas of development. She further highlighted the characteristics of a wise woman, which includes somebody that fears God, teaches others about good things, a prophetic person that sees afar and addresses problems that have to happen in the future. Noting, a wise woman is spiritually minded and prayerful. She plans ahead of time. She fears doing sinful things. She seeks for a good counseling from other knowledgeable people. Not materialistic, she considers her latter end and does it sit with bad company. In conclusion, Evangelist Bernadette Toure encouraged women and men present during the Thanksgiving service to be more supportive to each other, committed in the things of God, and have faith in God so that things will be working in their favor. She also admonished young women to be sober-minded and to have one partner in a relationship so that they can settle at their young age, as she put it. A woman is like a flower. When day breaks, she shines, but she loses her value whilst the day ends. When giving the purpose of the Thanksgiving service, earlier, the new Havest Global Ministry, Kono District Women's Leader, Madam Christiana Fia Stevens, disclosed to the audience that the event was geared towards 3 aims: fundraising, church planting, and familiarization with each other in the ministry. Meanwhile, the event started with a 3-day revival service and was climaxed with a Woman of the Year 2024-2025 competitions during the Thanksgiving service on Sunday, 24th March 2024, and Mrs. Alice Kiley of the Central Church New Havest Global Ministry emerged the winner of this year, Women of the Year 2024-2025. Coming up in the news, a correspondence from the National Secretariat of the Sierra Leone Traders Union with the caption "Violent Disruption of Sierra Leone Traders Union Electoral Process in Kono District," date 9th March 2024, has in the strongest of terms accused the Sierra Leone People's Party Kono District Secretary General Sheikh Abubakar for violently disrupting the aforementioned union electoral process in Kono District on the 8th March 2024. The correspondent maintains that the said violent disruption of the electoral process was captured in a viral video showing how Sheikh Abubakar was actively in action, allegedly destroying every electoral material he had access to, thus denying the traders' union electorates from determining the outcome of their franchise. According to reports, the electoral process, which was reported to have taken place in a transparent, credible, and peaceful atmosphere, was allegedly attacked by Sheikh Abubakar, a non-ruling party executive in Kono District, at the close of polls and commencement of counting. The union in the said correspondence has strongly urged the police to fully investigate the incident and bring whosoever is responsible for the reported cowardly act of shame. Whilst we believe that the reported violent disruption is an action of an individual alone, we also urge the ruling SLPP party to call out their member for such inaction, the correspondent stressed. Meanwhile, the union has null and void the Kono District polls and will announce next steps as soon as possible. The union is therefore calling on its members to exercise restraint and remain law-abiding, whilst the union will ensure sanctity and tranquility within its membership in the district. The correspondent pointed out that it will engage all stakeholders to be able to know what went wrong during the said electoral process and promised to make a statement shortly on other election dates for districts. Thus, incumbent executives of the union should continue to do their lawful duties until another date for elections is announced. Efforts by a reporter to contact Sheikh Abubakar, the SLPP Kono District Secretary General, on the said allegations proving abortive. as he reportedly maintains that he has spoken on another radio stations about the issues and was no longer interested again in it. However, local gossip have blamed the security personnel who could not exercise their authority whilst the SLPP Kono District Secretary was seen disrupting a whole electoral process. Noting, if it were any common or ordinary citizens, the security personnel present will have massively dealt with him or her. The security sector is expected to be neutral or professional, but for the fear of being transferred or sacked, most of the security personnel always settle for the worst, the local gossip opined. In a similar development, one of the candidates of the said Sierra Leone Traders Union elections in Kono District, Saliu T. Komba, is reported to have issued a protest letter informing all and sundry about his 72 hours ultimatum for various reasons. Notably, among the reasons is that he won the said elections and therefore he will not condone what he called the illegal occupation of the union's office by any member of the former executives and any call for re-election. The other candidate, Usman Fofana, who according to the correspondence is still the caretaker of the union's office, has not made any public pronouncements so far. That's the news. I am Mary Magdalene Toure. Stay blessed.
Thanks indeed. She is Mary Magdalene Toure reporting on Global Multimedia Empire Online TV Sl News. To end the news, here once again are the headlines. Tankoro CDC Chairman commends Koidu Mining Company for championing development in the districts. New Havest Global Ministries Ghana branch celebrates Women's Thanksgiving service on the team, who is a wise woman. And violent disruption mass to the senior electoral process in Kono districts. This is how we come to the end of the Global Multimedia Empire Online TV Sl News. With me, Benjamin Senior Stevens. Thanks indeed and keep locked in to Global Multimedia Empire Online TV Sl News for more news that you can use. Till then, do have a wonderful and pleasant moment. Goodbye.